Hey everyone, it's Reece here, and I thought for this week's vlog video, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, why don't we do something a little different? Now, you may remember last year I did a little video on my autism and how it affects me, that kind of stuff. So I just thought I'll do another video again, talking about it, some of the achievements I've made, and how I've overcome some of these challenges. So without further ado, let's get started. So a quick overview. So I was diagnosed with autistic spectrum disorder from a very young age, from like a toddler age. So throughout life, obviously my main symptoms of it, you could say, are obviously communicating with people can be a bit difficult sometimes, and also understanding certain things as well. And of course, with that, with my diagnosis, I was a little bit behind my peers, I felt, in terms that I wasn't as confident, all that. So it was a little bit of a setback for me on that front. And then we fast forward through life, despite having trouble of making friends or maintaining friendships, relationships. I've always found that difficult, to be perfectly honest. Let's go forward to a few years ago. So I was never 100% confident or independent. And then we got to somewhere around, I think, 2018. I started making these steps to become more confident in myself. Like, started to become confident speaking to people a bit more, trying out new opportunities, started doing little things one step at a time to build my confidence and become more independent in myself as well. And then by the time we got to 2021, I built my confidence a bit more, and then go to 2022, 2023, I started using public transport more. And as a result, and that's obviously what led to creating my YouTube channel, Reece's Trains. Now, from when I last did a video like this back in 2024, summer last year, I never ever could have imagined I'd have been travelling the full length and breadth of the UK. Like, for example, I've been all the way up to Thurso in the far north of Scotland, and all the way down to Penzance in Cornwall, when last year, I think the furthest south I went was Kent, and the furthest north was Inverness, so it might be in Elgin, going through on a class 170. And I think developing these new experiences has really, you could say, changed me. Like, with the help of like people around me, the people I've worked with, my peers, etc. It's just, I would say, it's allowed me to reach a new level of developing myself, especially like, as I mentioned, going on trains, to a new level that I never ever thought I would achieve. Let's say starting out in Reece's Trains in 2023, when I was just going around the Airedale and Wharfdale line, and branching out further to many different areas of the UK in my earlier vlogs, and then continuing further to go down to London, Birmingham, Edinburgh, Glasgow. It kind of started to change me a bit. And then also going through up north, all the way up to the Scottish Highlands and visiting all the cities in Scotland. Wow, it's quite significant that within the last couple of years of having this channel, I have been able to do that, you could say, and been able to develop. It's quite a story. You know, if you watch through some of my vlogs, you'll see different places that I've been to. And there was a time years ago when I thought, nah, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do it. But now I've proved to myself, I can do it. Like, I've been to all these different places in the UK that I was never confident to do. And now that I've done it, it has made me, you could say, the happiest guy that I've ever been in my life so far. And I never thought I would achieve that, you could say. It's pretty incredible. And obviously I've learned so much. I have experienced new things. It's, you know, it hits you a bit because go back to, let's say, 5 years ago, when I was only roaming, let's say, around the Leeds areas as such, my confidence was a lot lower. I honestly could not believe that looking 5 years on, that have been in the Scottish Highlands, have been down to the bottom of the country. And it just shows that even an autistic person, someone who was diagnosed with autism at a young age, who has had a little bit of confidence lacking early on, my message you could say from this video is, if there's something you love, just go for it, because you never know what you might end up with. Like, I never thought I'd develop a YouTube channel that would reach 1,500, nearly 1,500 subscribers at this point, and still going up, and being able to earn a little bit of money through something I really love doing. And that's, of course, traveling the UK and trying many different trains. You know, it's quite significant looking back on it. I think, so speaking of my channel, I think my favourite memory has to be taking a Turbo Star on the Highland Main Line up to Inverness. That is my favourite train journey. And on a Turbo Star, it's always a blessing. And I always love doing that route. It always gives me the best buzz, you could say. I'm always like the happiest guy on that route. And without taking some risks in life, sometimes you have to take risks, you could say, I have become a more confident person. Still a little bit of like confidence I still need to build, but I feel I can talk to people a bit better now compared to years ago that I never thought I would achieve. And I look back now and I think, I was thinking of it the other day, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, what have I achieved in the last few years? It's quite big, because I was gone from this to this, like out of the screen, you know, out of the screen in a matter of years. It just shows how people, like with myself, for instance, how people can, you know, really change. And, you know, I've definitely gone through a lot of change over these last few years. And I think doing this channel and taking you all, documenting, going to different places, taking you all with me to these different places around the UK, it's really had a buzz on me, a massive buzz. And it's something I love doing, and I will continue to do it, you know, because obviously I love doing it. If it hadn't been for the people that have been around, you know, the support from people that I've had, from people I've worked with in the past, I wouldn't have been, you know, at this stage now. It's quite big how far I've come, you know, in the last few years. And I'd say to anybody, you know, who thinks that they can't achieve their goals, anything they want to achieve, just pursue your goals. Just go for it. You know, you won't know until you try, is what I say when it comes to these different experiences. You don't know till you try, and you never know where you might end up. Like I mentioned earlier, like I never thought I'd have developed a YouTube channel that would take me, you know, across the full length and breadth of the country. And I do really want to get to a point one day where I can, depending on budget, of course, where I could start going a bit further afield, maybe overseas one day. It'd be quite significant. But I love setting myself these challenges, these targets to go a little bit further. Because when I started out with YouTube, I only went as far as Skipton and Doncaster further south. And I said that would be my limit of how far I'd go. And I've pushed myself. And if you put your mind to something, you can achieve great things. Regardless of whether, you know, you have diagnosed with anything like myself with autism, or if there's like confidence lacking, you know, always try it out, always get people around you to help, because you never know what it'll turn into. You know, life's too short and you have to enjoy it as much as you can, really. Life is, you know, it's precious, but despite the challenges in the world at the moment, of course there is challenges, but you just got to stay positive. You have to stay positive and enjoy life while you can. I always try and maintain a positive attitude on the channel, because that's what people want when they watch people's videos as such. They want someone who takes people on their journeys to be as positive as possible. Of course, when bad things come up, I will, of course, speak about it, because obviously, you know, it's part of the experience, you know, and it's part of the fun as well. And got some more vlogs coming up soon, and I can't wait to see where I go next. It's always an exciting journey to go with the channel. I cannot wait to see where I'll go next. So yeah, nice little relaxed chat this week of my autism and how I've developed since I last created this video. Like, flipping heck, I never thought I'd go all the way up to Thurso and all the way down to Penzance by myself on a train. And some people thought I couldn't do it. And I have. I've pushed myself further. So, yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic. And I love travelling. And I hope to continue that, you know, in the next year. So, and of course, if you want to support my journey, please do. Become a YouTube channel member. Support the journey. It all helps to make more vlogs and keep me travelling around. You know, it makes a big difference. And if you're one of my channel members, of course, thank you so much for the support to the channel. You have made an impact on me and give me that little bit extra to run around the UK with. If that's the right way of putting it, of course. But yeah, it's been brilliant. I look forward to seeing where the next chapter will go. So yeah, here's to the future. Let's see what happens, shall we? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little talk of my autism and a little bit of inspiration for those who are feeling like things are a bit difficult at the moment. I do hope it has helped. And I hope you've picked up something from it. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And no doubt, I will see you in the next vlog. If you have any similar experiences or any comments, as usual, leave them in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. And like I say, if you can find it in your heart, become a channel member. It would mean a lot and you'll get some extra content, of course. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.